When we read the first 5 books of Moses, that are abundant of laws and regulations and stipulations as well. Especially when we read the book of Leviticus, there are so much rules and regulations in almost every aspect. If you are coming to church, there are some steps you need to reach before you sit down. In fact, rules filled up the first 5 books of Moses. And that is why the scribe, as we heard in the gospel, was confused and came to Jesus. Just tell me, which of all these regulations is the first, so that I know? And Jesus summarized the entire law and prophets: love of God and love of neighbor. Love of God, and love of neighbor. He went on to explain. In fact, when we hear the word love, it means so many things to so many people. Oftentimes, people say that love does not exist, that love is a scam, most likely because of the experience they have heard in life that made them to say that. But for Jesus, love is selfless. I recommend that we read 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verse 4 to 8. It says, love is kind. Love is patient. Love is not boastful. Love endures forever. Love forgives. It is when we understand this aspect of love and try as much as we can to live them out in our daily life, that is when we are getting closer to the kingdom. And if we eventually do it, Jesus will say, you are not far from the kingdom of heaven. This love is vertical and horizontal. And for Jesus to say, this is the greatest of all the commandments, is far more important than holocausts and sacrifices. It is far more important than fasting from 6 to 6 without love. It is very much important that I love than that I don't eat, I am a vegetarian, and so on and so forth. For us to demonstrate love, we need to look at the cross. We are still sinners, yet he died for us that we may have life. And that's why St. John will say, there is no greater love than this, for a man to lay down his life even for those whom he loves. And when we read the Gospel of John chapter 15, Jesus says, I am the vine, you are my branches. Verse 5 says, any branch who remains in me will bear fruit. For cut off from me, you can do nothing. And that's why we need to socket the horizontal and the vertical love to God. God is the ultimate. If we need to show this love, we must have to socket it from the Master himself and look at how he has lavished this love on us. And there is no way we will say that we love God and we don't love our brother or our sister. It doesn't work that way. Dear friends, Lenten season is a gracious moment. It's a holy season for us to show love. How do we show this love? Matthew 25, Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. Now enter into the home of my Father. That is one of the easiest way to show this love. Let us ask the Lord in this Mass, dear friends, to melt our hearts. Many of us are hardened. We come to church, but we are hardened. It is difficult for us to let go. It is difficult for us to forgive. We keep on counting, bearing grudges, looking for opportunity to revenge. It doesn't worth it. May the grace of God be with us always. In all humility, may we learn to show love to one another, irrespective of whoever the person is. The love Christ shown for us does not know any boundary. It does not know this person is a Chinese or an Indian, white or black or yellow. No. As long as we are all humans, we need to show this love to one another. It is the language of love that builds humanity. Without love, humanity will be in misery, as we notice it today. Try to practice it from your family. Show love to one another.